Hello. Thanks for dropping in. You know, I've been around the Commodore community since the late 1970s, when I first saw a Commodore PET at my high school. So that was probably 1979. So yes, I missed out on the first 2 years. But since then, I've been pretty active. I have. You know, it is rare, but not impossible, for there to be things that I come upon that I have never seen before, never heard of before, never had anybody, mention, hey, did you get that? Have you seen that? Or anything. What I have before me is indeed one of those things. It's called a Hush 80 CD portable printer. So, when I first opened the box, I found the manual. And I must say, I have not really looked at it yet. But the other thing, as I was looking through and looking at it, is I wasn't just sure how, I couldn't find a serial port on this thing. Meanwhile, at the time, the power supply was stuck here, and the cords were all wrapped up, and they've got some sludge on them from the styrofoam. So it's like, well, what is this? There's no ports, there's no what is this? Anyway, finally, after I took the power supply out, I found that indeed, there's a cable that comes right out of the printer, and it has a 6-pin DIN connector. So, I imagine that this is a serial port connector. So give me a moment here. I just want to get this thing out of all the packaging. A little dusty in there. Anyway, this, I'm sure, I think, has been used. I don't know. It sure looks pretty. It does. It has a roll of paper in here. How do I open this without breaking it? I don't know. Maybe it just comes off. It looks like there's a place to push here. Oh, looky. Okay. Okay, yeah, so here, I've opened it up. That's as much as it opens up. And it does indeed look like this roll of paper has been fed through, and it has had something ripped off of it at some point in time. And I wonder if I'm going to run into trouble. I don't know. Alright, so over here we have the power connector. I do. Oh, this cable too has been slimed some by the styrofoam, but I guess with some effort my fingernail takes some of it off. So I did look through the manual, and there is a way to do a self-test. First I'm just going to turn it on, see if I, see any smoke or flames. Maybe I need to. Alright. It made a noise. But that's about all it did. I thought this would have been an advanced thing. Oh well, who knows. It said, of course, the way to test it is to hold this down. But I don't see that is doing much of anything. Let me refer to the manual. There's a couple of programs. Character self-test. Character self-test can be used to quickly verify that your printer is operating correctly. The test prints out the entire Commodore character set. To perform the self-test, switch on the power and immediately depress and hold the line feed button before the print head resets to the left margin. Release the line button once the printing starts. The printer will stop after printing. Okay, I didn't quite do that. I will try this. I'll turn it on. Not press it immediately, like not have it hold down, and then press it. Well, I'm not sure how much else this opens, but I would like to think maybe here. Somewhere. Because to me, it sounds like if there is a print head that it keeps talking about, it is not moving. Anyway, it looks like the case should open somehow, some way. Well, you know what? Stick it around with us. I'll try again. Turn on, push button. It is not advancing paper. Let's just turn it on. Well, it sounds different. Let's try this. Just hold it down. Nope, that's not doing it. Turn it on, hold it down. Nope. Turn on, hold it down. Nope. I'll try and be faster. Nope. I'm thinking if it does have a print head that wants to reset, maybe that shuffled it a bit. All kinds of things controlling the printer features. Demonstrating the self-test. In the demonstration, self-test mode, your printer will automatically print a message and its entire character set at once. To perform the demonstration self-test, start with the printer off. Depress and hold down the line feed button while switching on the power. Release the line feed button after the power is on. The self-test demonstration will continue until it finishes automatically. Alright, so I will hold it down, and I will take my hand off. Yes. Well, it seems to be doing considerably less grunting. Gee, I don't suppose this thing has to be secure. That would be silly, but we'll see. Well, on this day that William Shatner went to space, I suppose I could always utter the famous, "He's dead, Jim." So far, it's not happening. I will look and see. There are screws. There are thinking I do need to unscrew this to be able to get anywhere into it. I think. Boy, it is remarkably clean and beautiful. It would be a magical thing for a computer museum where things don't have to work. They just have to look pretty. Oh. Well, we seem to have reached an impasse. I'm going to try with great care to open this little thing again and just give the paper a little bit of a yank. And I don't suppose that will have any effect. And it does not. Well, I suppose at least I can maybe get the paper to feed through the cover so that someday, mind you, I'm going to have to open this up, so this is not going to make any difference. Who knows, maybe there's something stuck in there. Why is this not? You know, one thing I'm not sure I've made myself clear about this is that I'm not really fond of printers. I'm just not. They, even the modern photocopiers, I mean, I guess anytime you have a paper, something running through something, there's always the opportunity for something to get jammed up. Oh, man. And this, oh great, now the paper is ripping. Okay, I do seem to have it somewhat. Oh no, the paper is ripping. Great, a jam when it doesn't even work. I don't like printers. This is frustrating. I think I might close this little bugger up tight. I think I am going to. See, I don't feel the head move. Who knows? Well, I think until I open this up and have a look inside, maybe there's something stuck in there. I'm sure this has been used. Set up. Printer cover. Paper tear bar. Line feed button. Yeah. Easy, yeah. And external controls. Installation. Setup. Verify that your Hush 80 contains an installed roll of thermal paper and that an AC power cord with transformer is included. It is. To connect your printer to the attached computer cable, Let me read that again. To connect your printer plug, commas. To connect your printer, comma, plug the attached computer cable into the 6-foot serial port on your Commodore computer. Next, plug the transformer into a working 115-volt AC outlet. The small end of the power cord plugs into the small round socket on the left side of the printer. The printer is switched on by pressing the top of the power switch on the left side above the power cord. The line feed button lights when the power is on. It does. When the printer is first switched on, the printer head will return to the left side and then move across the page and back. This action ensures that printing will always start at the left paper margin. Loading the paper. Yeah, it's loaded. Opening the hinge. Yeah. Opening the hinge thing. And got, paper's in. Oh, yeah. So it has instructions about how to do things. Character self-test. Well, what I think is, whatever the mechanism to move the head around is somehow not doing it. And probably until it does it, because it sounds like it should do a whole zoom, zoom, zoom kind of thing, which it is not. And I don't imagine I can really see what's going on until I take it apart. Let me have a glance and see what I can see in these holes. Looks like little Phillips screws. Ugh. Alright. I must find a suitable screwdriver before I can delve further into this. So, if anybody has any experience with these cute little printers, don't hesitate to write to me and tell me what you know that might be helpful, or even might not be helpful, or your experience with it, or you wish you always had one, or you had one and you gave it to the kid down the street, or whatever. Anyway, it does look beautiful. It just doesn't print. Well, stay tuned. I will see about looking inside this thing and seeing if I can find a reason. Maybe just simply the head. There may be a rail it's supposed to go back and forth on. Maybe it just needs a little oil. It may have been in the box for, I don't know, 30 years. Things happen. They do. Anyway, thanks for coming. Stay tuned. Bye for now. Go Raptors, go.